settle in. And once you settle in, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And take a moment to just reflect and to check in, to see what you're feeling right now. And try not to attach too deeply to what you're feeling, but just noticing it. And to be aware that it will pass and come back. But once it comes back, you'll be ready to sit with it, just like you are right now. And so begin to reflect and feel your body connected to the floor. If you're sitting, you'll feel those sitting bones pressing down, and just begin to lengthen through your spine, feeling your head kind of reaching up towards the ceiling. If you're laying down, it's almost that same feeling, except you're just going to kind of tuck the chin so the neck lengthens. You might even tilt the pelvic so that low back comes down and helps to lengthen that spine fully from that end to the top. And then start to relax and let go of any tension through the rest of the body. So starting to soften the forehead. Letting your eyes start to slow. And the eyelids to just be gently closed. Allow some space between the top and bottom row of teeth. And just allow that jaw to relax. Allow your shoulders to soften. And your hands and your feet, letting them relax. And start to let go of distractions, especially when we do an at-home practice. Sometimes we start to wander a little bit more, focused on the room, the house, maybe even family members or roommates. But see if you can just kind of let that all be, just letting them kind of go. And just being in your practice, so drawing that awareness into this moment, trying not to be anywhere else. But don't get upset at yourself if the mind wanders. It's so natural for it to happen. And when it does, all I'm asking is that you try to bring that awareness just right back into yourself. And a really good way to do this is to connect with your breath. So follow your in-breath and follow your out-breath. Now start to deepen and lengthen that breath. A deeper inhale and a deeper exhale. And just follow that. Trying to keep the shoulders, hands, and feet relaxed, as well as the jaw. Now create a little core engagement, drawing the navel up and back towards the spine. As you create this little bit of engagement, hold this here as your effort. Come back to a deep breath, softening the rest of the body. Good. One more deep breath and draw the hands into prayer. As hands come into prayer, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Set your intention for today's practice. And once you have said it, repeat it back to yourself and hold on to it. Let it follow with you through practice. And you can always come back to it when you need to. When you're ready, release the hands and open the eyes back to the room. Good. As you come back, just start to lay down onto the mat if you're not there already. Good. And what you're going to do is once you're here, draw the knees in, wrap the arms around those legs. As you do, it's okay if you want to lift the head up, but then release the head gently back down. Once the head's back down, a little rock side to side, just to kind of notice how your body is feeling. So you might feel sensations or spots that are a little more sensitive. So just be aware of what you're feeling. Good, then come back to center, coming to stillness. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin in gently. Engage the feet a little bit here as though you're pressing against a wall. Take your hands and arms and just wrap it around the right knee, as you lengthen the left knee, the left leg. Make sure that you're in a position where you feel comfortable on the mat and that you have just a little bit of space so nothing's around you. Good, tuck the chin, re-engage the feet, a slight little core engagement. Squeeze that knee in for an extra little stretch. Good. Then inhale, lift the foot, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. So you're going to feel that leg lengthening up, the arms reaching, those fingers reaching up. Good. Exhale, start to draw the foot gently down onto the mat and the arms up and overhead. So your whole body now is on the mat. If you would like, you can do a full body stretch, is where you point the toes and reach the hands back, feeling that body being pulled from one end to the other. Then re-engage your feet, soften the shoulders. Start to draw your left knee in and wrap the arms around that leg. Re-engage the feet. Squeeze that leg in if you want that extra little stretch. But then lengthen the left leg, reach those arms back up. And then exhale, draw the left foot down onto the mat and the arms up and overhead. So the whole body is on the floor. Start to give that full body stretch once again. Good, re-engage, and you're just going to begin to flow through these movements, drawing the right knee in, wrapping the arms around, check in with what's happening. Then when you're ready, you'll lift and lengthen through the legs and the arms. And then draw the leg gently down as the arms come back up and overhead. Good. If you need to pause at any moment, take a moment to pause. Keep checking in to what you're feeling and what's happening. Good. Now the next time the leg comes in, you can let the arms hover down by your sides instead of drawing the arms around the knee. Keep engaging the feet, tuck the chin. And you won't hang out as long as you were, but lift the arms and the leg up and then gently release, letting them come away from the body. So it almost just starts to feel like a dance. You'll draw the knee in, draw those arms down by the sides, they hover slightly. Then just a quick, gentle lengthen up and then a release. Good, so just add this in going side to side, noticing how different it may feel as you're no longer wrapping the arms around the knee. Good, now if you want a little extra effort, you can lengthen the leg up instead of bending the knee, but you do not have to. You can always bend the knee, and then you'll just gently lengthen as the arms come back up and overhead. So just add that in if that feels good. Add a little bit of core engagement if you lost it, a little bit of feet engagement if you lost it. Now the last little component. Next time you lengthen or draw the knee in, you can lift the head up as the arms hover, and then gently lengthen, drawing the head back down. Good, so if it's too much, don't hold the head up, but just breathe and continue to move through these movements that feel great and good to you. There's modification, so please use them if you need to. The next time the right knee comes in, maybe it's the leg, just come into a place of stillness. Maybe the head is lifted. If it gets tired, it's okay if the head needs to come down. Know that that is an option. But draw the core in slightly, relax the jaw, the shoulders, engage the feet and the hands, and breathe deep. Good, one more deep breath. Gently release. Full body stretch if you would like. Then re-engage, get ready and set up for the next side. Draw the leg in on the left side, whether it's the knee or the leg lengthened. Arms slightly hovered, shoulders relaxed, core drawing in, feet and hands engaged, breathing deep. And again, if the head needs to come down, that is okay. One more deep breath and gently release. Full body stretch if you would like. Good. Then release, draw the knees in, arms to wrap around. If you want a little hug, you can lift the head up, but you do not have to. Give yourself a little rock side to side just to notice what's changing and what you're feeling. Have the sensations to the back changed at all, or the hips, the shoulders? Good. Come back to center, coming to stillness. Take your hands and draw them onto the backs of the thighs. Engage the feet as though you're pressing against a wall. Tuck the chin, soften the shoulders, drawing them down and away. Lengthen those legs up towards the ceiling a little bit, but start to draw your heels forward so you stretch through the shoulders. Good. Then bend the knees gently back in. You can keep the hands behind the legs, or if you want the extra squeeze, maybe drawing them back onto the tops of the legs for a moment. Good, but then draw them back onto the backs of the thighs, lengthen the legs, engage those feet, start to draw the heels down so you feel the stretch through the shoulders. Draw the knees back in. breathe. So you're just going to do this a few times, breathing deep, just giving yourself a little stretch through those arms and through those legs. Good. One more time, then we're going to switch up the arms. Good. So draw those legs back in, last little squeeze if you would like, and then draw the arms up and overhead. Relax the shoulders, even though the arms are overhead. Engage the feet and slightly engage the core. Tuck the chin. Good. Start to lengthen the legs up. Draw the arms down to hover towards the sides of the thighs of the legs. And then start to draw your heels down towards the mat a little bit. Draw the core in. You're going to feel maybe a little shake. Once that starts to happen, release, drawing the knees back in, drawing the arms up and overhead. Good. So you're just going to do this a few rounds. Arms hover down by your sides. Slowly draw your heels down. Come to a place where you can pause. You're not arching the back. Draw the knees back in as the arms come back overhead. Good. So you know what to do. Just continue to flow through these movements, breathing deep and checking in. Good. If you're ready to add extra component, you can lift the head up as the arms hover. Keep drawing the core in as the legs come down. Same movement, you'll draw the knees in, arms overhead, the head comes slowly back down. So you can add this in, but know that you do not have to. Listen to your body, always honoring it, what it feels, what it needs, what it doesn't. Some days we're in a different place, and that's okay. Good. One last time. Come into a place of stillness. The body calls you out before I do. Listen to it. Breathe. Two more deep breaths. Good. And when you release, you can draw the arms over the legs instead of overhead. A little rock side to side. Notice what's changed and what you feel. All right, before we come off the back, let's get set up for windshield wipes. It'll feel really yummy after everything we just kind of did. Good. So feet down, then draw the feet wide. Arms out at T. Don't grip the hands, but just spread the hands and then release them. And the same thing with the feet. Don't grip them, but just lift the toes and then release them back down. If you lost the core, add that little bit of engagement. Exhale, knees will lower to the right as you gaze over to the left. Breathe deep and notice what you feel. Inhale, knees and the head come back up to center. Now opposite direction. Exhale, knees left, gaze to your right. Breathe deep, then come back to center. So just begin to flow through these movements. Checking in with effort, but also giving yourself space to have the ease, to relax, to be in that balance. Good. One more movement side to side. Good. The next time you go to the right, pause here. And stay here for about 3 to 5 deep breaths. If it calls you out before, or maybe you want to be here a little bit longer, honor that. And when you come back to center, just make sure you realign and re-engage. And then allow yourself to get ready for the next side. Again, 3 to 5 deep breaths. If you want to stay here a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, listen to your body. And when you come back to center, walk the feet closer together. Then draw the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug if you would like, a little rock side to side, whatever little movement you might just be craving really quick. And then when you're ready, just gently rock yourself up or roll to one side to come on up to a seated posture. Good. All right. Lengthen the legs out in front of you. Heels down, toes up. Reach the arms up and overhead, but soften the shoulders. And exhale, fold into your leg. And try not to get stuck on, man, I can't fold, or just what's like, you're just not in that fold that you want to be, but just notice what you're feeling. So is the tight back? Is the back tight? Are the thighs tight? Just kind of become aware of what you're feeling. Good. Slowly come back up. Reach those arms back up and overhead. Good. Draw the arms gently down by your side. Fingers pointing away from the body. Start to walk them back behind you. Palms flat on the mat. Start to draw, so pull those shoulders back. Keep grounding down into the heels. Lift up through the core and the chest, and let your head release into your shoulder blades. Breathe deep here. And as always, do not lift your head up, but walk your hands in towards the body, and it will slowly start to lift up naturally. Good. Take a moment if you need to. But when you're ready, reach the arms back open overhead, soften shoulders, fold back into your legs once again. Relax. Don't hold the arms up. Don't hold the head up. Just soften and release. It's okay if you need to bend the knees. Sometimes you can go a little deeper into your fold. Good. Lift and lengthen. Reach the arms back up and overhead. Then draw the arms down. Palms onto the mat as they're reaching behind you. Fingertips away from the body. As you reach the hands back, keep grounding down into the heels, into the hips. Draw the shoulders back, lift up through the core of the chest, and let your head just release into those shoulder blades. Breathe deep. Notice what you're feeling. Good. Slowly walk back into the body, lifting the head up naturally. Good. Reach the arms back up and overhead, soften the shoulders, come into a fold. Grab a hold of the legs, squeeze in, give yourself a little stretch, but then slowly let go. Don't hold on anymore, just kind of relax and be in the fold. Breathe deep. One more deep breath, and then come all the way back up, lifting and lengthening. Draw the arms back down and walk them behind you. Flat palms. Don't grip the hands. Draw the shoulders back. Lift up through the core of the chest, and let your head release back into those shoulders. If you need to bend the elbows a little bit, that's okay. Just breathe deep. One more, and then walk the hands in, slowly, slowly. Slowly come back up. Any little movements you might need. And then start to set up for hands and knees. Once you're in hands and knees, if you need to draw anything underneath of the knees or the wrists, please allow yourself. Make sure the hands are flat, palms down. Soften the shoulders, gaze down. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Deep breath in, tuck the chin, round the spine. Slowly draw your hips down towards your heels. Roll out those wrists, those shoulders if you need to. Relax, don't hold the body up. Good, slowly come back up to hands and knees. Find your foundation. Shift your weight to the left. Draw the right foot behind you. Heel lifted as the toe is pointed down. Square the hips, so if you notice that you're opening, try to draw that right hip down a little bit. Good. Bend the knee. Draw it in towards the chest, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. Good. Lengthen that leg gently back, engaging the foot. Draw the core in. Bend the knee. Draw it in towards the chest, round the spine. Good. Breathe deep. Find weight balanced equally into both sides. Draw the leg back. Move through these movements, bending the knee, drawing it in. Keep using the core and breathing deep. Good. One more time. When that leg lengthens back, pause, but don't pause the breathing. Shift your weight to the right, to lengthen that left arm out in front of you if it's there for you. Keep drawing the core in, find your balance. Breathe deep. Hand down to the mat. Keep that leg lengthened for a moment. Then what you're going to do is start to open that hip so that the toe now points to the right side. Good. Come onto the tippy fingers of your right hand, so you're on the right fingertip. Fingertips, yeah. Making sure I'm saying the right words. Slowly draw the palm back down. Draw the hip back in. Draw the knee down. Tuck the chin, round the spine. Go into a child's pose. And again, don't hold yourself up. So soften and relax when you get here. Maybe you want to roll out the wrists, shrug out the shoulders, breathe deep. Good, come back up to hands and knees. Make sure wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Shift the weight to the left, draw that right foot back behind you. Start to open the hip so the toe points to the right side. Maybe slowly come onto the fingertips of the right hand. Good, so you might even start to feel your chest opening a little bit to that right side. Good, slowly draw the palm down, draw that foot back down, knee back in to the mat.
Tuck the chin, round the spine, child's pose. Good. Come back up, hands and knees, finding that foundation. Shift the weight to the left so that right foot comes back, lengthened. Then open the hip and maybe come onto the fingertips of your right hand. Good. Now maybe you feel balanced here and you can start to draw the arm out at T, maybe even up and overhead. If you need to draw that right foot down onto the mat, so you might have noticed, it gives you a little bit better of balance, but you're drawing the core in, you're lifting and lengthening through that right arm. So whether you're here or the leg lengthened, find your core, slowly draw the hand back down, and draw the knee back in, child's pose. Good, come back up, find your foundation, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Shift to the left, draw that right foot back, engage the foot, open the hip, whether the foot is down to the mat and on the side of that foot or the foot is lengthened, whatever feels best. Draw the core in, try to make sure you guys can see me. And then you're gonna draw the arm out, slowly start to lift it up. Keep lifting, draw the core in, breathe deep. Slowly draw the hand back down, then the knee, and then go into a child's pose of your choice. And when I say that, that means the knees can be wide or the knees can be close together. Roll out the wrists, the shoulders, breathe deep. Good, come back up. We're getting settled in. We're gonna do stillness on this right side. So when you're ready, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Adjust your clothes if you need to. Good. Draw the core in, it's most important. Lengthen that right leg back. Open the hips, whether the leg is lifted or the foot is down, whatever feels good, but draw the core in, that's most important. And you'll draw the arm out at T and slowly start to lift it up. So whether you're here with the foot down or with that leg lengthened, keep finding balance. Keep drawing that core in and breathe deep. Good, hand down, knee down. Go into that child's pose of your choice. Good, come back up to hands and knees. Find your foundation, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Shift over to the right, draw your left foot back behind you, engage the foot. Bend the knee, draw the knee in, tuck the chin, round the spine, breathe deep. Good, slowly move through these movements, lengthening the leg, draw the core in, bend the knee, draw it back in towards the chest, rounding the spine. Good, just continue. Good. One more movement. And when that leg lengthens back, come into a place of stillness. Engage the feet, engage the core. And if you feel comfortable, lengthen the right arm out in front of you. Breathe deep. Draw the hand down, then the knee. Go into a child's pose of your choice. Roll out wrists. Breathe, soften. Good. Come back up to hands and knees. As you're back up on hands and knees, find your foundation. Draw that left foot back behind you. Open the hips, the toes point to that left side. Again, the foot can go down or the leg can stay lengthened. And just start to come onto the tippy toes. Sorry, on the fingertips. So maybe keep the leg up for now, so you're using extra core since you're not lengthening the arm yet. Good. Slowly draw the hand down, draw that leg back in. Go into a child's pose of your choice. Good. Inhale, come back up to hands and knees. As you come back up to hands and knees, find that foundation. Shift to the right so that left leg comes back. Open that hip. Maybe onto the fingertips of your left hand. Keep drawing that core in. Good. Slowly rotate back, hand down. Go into a child's pose of your choice. Good. Come back up, hands and knees. When you're ready, draw that left leg back. Open the hip. Come on to the fingers on the left hand. Now this is maybe where you want to draw the foot down or keep it lengthened. So when you're ready, you'll draw the core in, draw the arm out at T. Maybe you stay with the arm out at T. But when you're ready, you can lengthen that arm up. Slowly rotate the hand back down and draw the knee back down. Good. Go into a child's pose of your choice. Good. Come back up to hands and knees. Find your foundation. When you're ready, shift. Draw the left leg back. Open the hip. Draw the core in. Come on to fingertips to start. Then out at T. Then lift it up. Good. And again, if that foot needs to come down, listen to the body. Then you'll draw the hand down first, then the knee, and then into a child's pose. Good. Come back up to hands and knees. When you're ready, you're going to shift the weight so you can draw that left foot back, open the hip, draw the core in, come into a place of stillness. Whether it's the foot down or lifted, breathe deep. Draw the hand down, then the knee, child's pose of your choice. Breathe deep. Good. Come up to hands and knees. Good. From hands and knees, come to a seated posture. Roll out your wrists, your shoulders. Give your body a little movement. Good. Then bend your knees, but draw the feet onto the mat. And make sure that they're not wide or too close, but just kind of in line with the hips to start with. All right. What you're going to do is take your hands, draw them underneath of the thighs. Lift up through the spine. Move those sitting bones really quick if you need to. Soften the shoulders, tuck the chin in a little bit. Hold on to these legs and begin to gently draw your back. Sounds kind of funny. You're just going to begin to kind of lean back a little bit. But don't let the spine start to round. So I don't know if you can see that in the video, but try not to let that happen. Try to keep drawing the shoulders back, keep lifting and drawing the core in. And once you get to where you start to feel that spine rounding, pause. Draw the core in, breathe deep. Gently come back into the legs and wrap the arms fully around so you can just come into a fold. Soften and release. Good, come back up, lift and lengthen, draw the core in, hold on to the legs. Keep gently leaning back, but don't let the spine round. Once it gets to a place where you feel it start to round, pause. Good, come back in, arms come around the legs, come into a fold. Good, slowly come back up. One last time, planting the feet down, engaging the thighs, but not fully to touch. Hold on to those legs, draw the core in, lean back until you're just in that spot. Before you feel the round, you can draw those shoulders back. You might even start to feel a little shaking. That's that core working. 2 more breaths, you got it. You want to stay here for an extra breath, do it. Good, slowly come back in, give yourself a hug, forward fold. Great, slowly come back up. Good, all right. So feel your hips grounded down. Feel your left leg grounded down for now, and take your hand behind your right thigh and lift it up. So the hands just kind of hold on to the back of the thigh. The foot is lifted. Shoulders together, core lengthen. Now see if you can start to lengthen the left leg onto the mat. So maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want a little extra core and you lift that leg up. Good. Slowly release. Draw the left foot down. Draw the right leg down. Good. Draw the left knee in. Arms come around that thigh. Activate the feet. Good. You can stay here if you want to lift that thigh of the right leg up. Do so. Breathe. Keep drawing the core back. In the back. Keep drawing it back. Lengthen the right leg down. Slowly lower the left leg. Good. So if you need to wiggle or kind of do any little undulations, do that. We're just going to do that just a few more times. So right leg in, hold on to the thigh, activate the feet. Draw the core in, draw the shoulders back. Lift that left leg maybe. You don't have to. Breathe. Slowly lower the left, then the right. Good. Next round. Left leg in, hold on to that thigh, engage the feet. Draw the core in, draw the shoulders back. Maybe slowly lift that right leg up. You do not have to. Good. Slowly release. Lengthen. Good. Little wiggle, little release. All right, draw the feet onto the mat. We're getting ready for our final movement. So draw the core in. Draw the hands down onto the mat, fingertips pointing towards the hips. Draw the shoulders back, lift up through the core. Through the spine, drawing the core in. All right. As you notice, you're slowly drawing your weight back onto those sitting bones, kind of like you just did. What you're going to do is lift the right leg up. If you're feeling like, okay, maybe I can add a little extra, lift the left leg. If not, just lift the right, and the next movement, you'll just lift the left. Good. Slowly lower. Keep your hands where they are. Lift the left leg. Maybe this is all you got, and that's okay. Then lift the right if it's there for you. Breathe. Then slowly lower. Good. We're just going to do that one more time on both sides. Lift the right. Maybe that's all you got. That's okay. Then lift the left. Breathe. Draw the shoulders together. Draw the core in. Feet down. Woo. All right. Left leg first. Then the right. Draw the core in. Shoulders back. Good. Slowly release. All right. So if you're feeling good there with the hands where they are, keep them there. If you don't want to and you want to go a little more effort-based, we're going to switch it up. So hands behind the thighs, shoulders back, lifting up through the core. Lift up with the right leg. Maybe stay here or lift up the left. Breathe. Shoulders back. Slowly release. Left leg up first. Maybe stay here. Then lift up the right. Shoulders back, core in. Slowly release. All right, so I was showing you to do one leg at a time, but we're actually going to do both legs. So if you're someone who's like, that's a little too much for me, maybe the hands down is okay, or maybe it's just one leg at a time, and that is totally okay. Draw the core in, lift and lengthen, slowly come onto the heels. Your toes point up. Then slowly lift the legs up and breathe. Slowly release. Good, same movement. When you're ready, come onto the heels, then lift up. If you're looking for that extra effort, arms out in front of you. Draw the shoulders back though. Good, slowly release down. Maybe a forward fold just to release, especially if you're adding in all that extra effort. Good, come back up. If you want to start hands on thighs or hands on the floor, do so. So slowly come on to heels, toes up, then lift, lengthen, draw the core in. Slowly release. If you want that forward fold, do it. Good, shoulders together. Wherever your hands might lie, start to slowly come onto the heels, then lift up. Arms lengthened or by the sides or onto the thighs. Breathe deep. Good, slowly release. Give yourself a hug. Good, breathe deep. All right, when you're ready, all you're gonna do, this is our last little core effort. Lengthen the legs out in front of you. Sitting tall, arms out in front. Slowly start to lower. If it becomes too much, it's okay to draw the hands down. Just slowly try to lower down onto the mat. Good. If there's anything in your way, give yourself a little space, a little room. And just kind of take a moment. Lay on the mat, reach the arms overhead, and full body stretch. Notice what you're feeling and what's happened through your practice. Good. Arms down, toes up. Let's do some windshield wipes. Draw your arms out at T. Draw the feet onto the mat, and then walk the feet wide. Tuck the chin, relax the shoulders. Draw the core in, Knees to the right, just gaze to the left. Take a few deep breaths here. And come back up to center with the head and the knees. Exhale, knees left, gaze right. And again, just a few deep breaths here. Good, come back to center. Do this a few times going side to side. Don't feel rushed. Good. One more movement side to side. The next time your knees come over to the right, allow yourself to come into a place of stillness. Good. Slowly come back to center. And then to the left side, coming into that place of stillness. Slowly come back to center. Walk the feet in closer, draw the knees in, wrap your arms around, a little hug, a little wrap side to side. Noticing what's changed and how you feel at the end of practice. Good. Now at this time, if there is any last movements that you would like to explore, anything your body's craving, anything we've done or in a previous class or just did today, you're welcome to come back to it. Maybe it's something you just truly are craving and want to do. Listen to that. But once you're ready for Shavasana, feel free to grab maybe a blanket, a pillow, anything to just get yourself comfortable. Sometimes our room is a little chilly, and sometimes we worked up a little bit of heat through our practice that when we get into Shavasana, we get a little cold. And so I want you to get comfortable. Don't feel rushed if you're finishing up any movements. But know that once you're ready for your Shavasana, just settle in, relax. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Wiggle fingers and wiggle your toes. Then ankles and wrists. Knees and elbows. Shoulders and neck. And when you're ready, bend the knees in and start to roll over onto one side. Use that bottom arm, just like a pillow, to kind of help cradle the head. Take a few deep breaths here. And then bring yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. Draw your hands into prayer, palms together, thumbs finding your chest. Slightly bow to your hands. And take a second. Give yourself some compassion for your practice. Give yourself some gratitude and love for carving out this time just for you. And then come back to your intention. And I truly, truly thank you for letting me guide you. That light in me sees that beautiful divine light in you. We share that. We're connected. We are one. Namaste.